All right, let's jump right in. By 2026, the world of manufacturing is heading for a serious reality check. But here's the thing. It's not about just adding more tech or launching another digital project. It's about a complete, fundamental shift in how we think. This is the Great Rethink.
I mean, let's be honest. AI is everywhere. It's in every single boardroom presentation. It's in every software pitch. It's all over our strategic roadmaps. It's supposed to be the thing that changes everything. But that brings us to the big, kind of uncomfortable question that a lot of leaders are asking right now. If AI is this powerful, where's the actual return on investment? Where's the impact?
You see, the gap between the promise of AI and the reality on the factory floor is massive. Just how massive? We'll take a look at this number. 80%. And look, this isn't just a small miss. This points to a systemic failure. But 80% of what? That's right. A staggering 80% of industrial AI projects are stuck in what we're calling pilot purgatory. It's this place where good ideas and, frankly, billions of dollars in investment just go to die. They look fantastic on a single machine or maybe one production line, but they never ever scale up across the whole enterprise to actually move the needle on the business.
So what's going on here? Is the technology failing us? Is the AI just not good enough yet? No, not at all. The truth is, the call is coming from inside the house. The problem isn't the AI. The problem is that we're trying to bolt this revolutionary new technology onto these old, rigid, and frankly broken internal operating models. And that's where everything just falls apart.
So the very first thing we have to rethink is our strategy. For decades, we've had the luxury of planning in 5-year increments. But technology? That evolves in months, sometimes even weeks. It's time for our strategy to finally meet velocity.
For the last 5 years, we thought disruption was all external. Pandemics, supply chain shocks, wars. Well, in 2026, the biggest disruption is actually internal. It's something called velocity paralysis. New AI models, new capabilities, they're all popping up so fast that our old-school, traditional ways of validating and deploying them just can't keep up. And what does that lead to? Total indecision.
And this is the key takeaway here. The old way of doing things is officially obsolete. That 5-year digital transformation roadmap, it's basically a liability the moment you save it as a PDF. The new way is all about a fast, adaptive decision loop. It's not about having the perfect plan anymore. It's about having the fastest response time to new information. Speed of adaptation, that is the new strategy.
All right, now for our second huge shift. If speed is the new strategy, then the fuel for that speed is data. But not just any data. We have to completely rethink what we value and how we use it. Because in this new world, context is the new currency. For decades, we all followed this very neat, very tidy hierarchy, right? We'd slowly, carefully refine raw data into information, then turn that into knowledge, and then, if we were lucky, maybe get to some actual wisdom. Well, that whole process is just way too slow now. It can't keep up. In 2026, that pyramid has completely collapsed.
I mean, just think about the sheer amount of wasted potential here. Over half, 55% of all manufacturing data is what's called dark data. This is the video feed from a quality inspection camera, a voice memo from an operator on the floor, a quick scribble on a paper log. Our traditional systems are totally blind to this stuff, yet it holds all the rich context that we so desperately need.
This really gets to the heart of the shift. A system of record, which is what most of us have, is like looking in the rearview mirror. It tells you what happened. For example, a part is late. Okay, that's a fact, but it's not really that helpful, is it? A system of understanding connects all that dark data to tell you why it's late, because the operator couldn't find the right tool for a new part revision. See the difference? One is just a problem, the other is a solution.
This brings us perfectly to our third big rethink. We have to move beyond just simple automation. We've spent years and fortunes trying to optimize every little individual task. But the real bottleneck, it isn't the tasks themselves. It's the chaotic, messy flow of work between them. We need to focus on orchestration, not just automation.
And look, the data tells a really clear story. Investment in automation is at an all-time record high. And yet, since 2011, manufacturing productivity growth has been basically flat. We've completely hit a ceiling. Making one robot arm move 5% faster isn't the answer anymore. The problem is in that white space between all the automated steps.
This is the silent killer of productivity. We call it the coordination tax.
It's the 30% of every single day that's completely wasted on non-value-added work. You know what I'm talking about? An engineer hunting for the right spec, a supervisor trying to coordinate a handoff between shifts, an operator just waiting around for a status update. This friction is what's holding us all back. So how in the world do we eliminate that tax? We do it with AI agents. And look, you need to forget chatbots. That's not what these are. These are active, digital teammates. You have builder agents that help engineers create the tools they need in real time without waiting for IT. And then you have staff agents that act like the company's nervous system, monitoring everything, flagging what's important, and making sure humans are always working on the right thing at the right time.
And the results? They're tangible. Organizations that make this shift from just automating tasks to orchestrating the entire flow of work are seeing incredible gains. A 25% increase in throughput? That isn't just a small improvement. That's a massive competitive advantage. And it's unlocked by managing the whole system, not just the little pieces.
So all of this culminates in what is probably the most important shift of all: how we think about our people. As AI starts to take over all the routine stuff, the role of the human worker is actually elevated, not eliminated. They become the most critical control layer in the entire operation.
For decades, our systems have been designed to do exactly this: treat people like bad robots. Folks who are only good for repetitive assembly or mind-numbing data entry. This whole paradigm is fundamentally broken. It wastes the one thing that machines will never have: human ingenuity. So here's the big flip. As these AI agents absorb that painful coordination tax, the scheduling, the searching, the data entry, the primary output of your human workforce is no longer physical labor. It's judgment. Technology's new job is to provide what we call cognitive relief, freeing up people to do what they do best: solve new, novel, and complex problems.
This isn't about upskilling people to use some new piece of software. It's about fundamentally changing the job itself. The goal is to turn every single employee into a high-leverage knowledge worker. They become the expert conductors of the whole system, training the AI, managing the exceptions, and driving continuous improvement in real time.
So let's bring this all together. The 2026 playbook is really a new operating model, and it's built on 4 key principles. First, orchestrate the flow of work. Don't just automate tasks. Second, convert that dark data into real wisdom. Get to the why, not just the what. Third, upskill your people for judgment and problem solving, not just compliance. And finally, build your entire operation around the speed of your decisions.
And that really leaves us with one final, essential question to think about. If you can successfully offload all the routine, all the repetitive, all the frustrating work to AI agents, freeing up the brainpower of your entire team, what truly new and novel problems will they be able to solve next?